I'm sure most of you in this room think aviation is a big emitter. Pharma is bigger than aviation.
Healthcare contributes 5% of global emissions. That's actually more than aviation, which is often pointed at as being one of the poster childs of the problem we're creating. 50% of the healthcare emissions pops up to 80% for some of the medicines. The carbon emissions come from those supply chains. That's why it's vital that through PSCI, through other collaborations, which we'll touch on as well, there's activity taken to signal that requirement, to really show that demand signal from those brand owners, the innovators, through to the supply chains. And that response, as you say, Martin, is about acting collectively. While AstraZeneca has got a strong presence in many market sectors, we're not strong enough by ourselves to really drive change through the whole global industry. And so we act together through PSCI and other organizations for that collaboration for sustainable healthcare. Because we've got to decarbonize every step in the supply chain. By the way, that's not just APIs, but we're looking for AstraZeneca, we're looking right upstream to our preclinical trials, our clinical trial process, as well as the manufacturing and all of our indirects as well. So it's about decarbonizing all of the supply chain because that's where the majority of the emissions for most organizations will sit. First, it means you've got to get your own house in order. So as each of the companies shown on the slide there have made their commitment to climate action through science-based targets. So in turn, each of those companies, AstraZeneca you'll see on the slide there on the left, start to approach their supply chains. Many of these companies will have set targets to engage suppliers, to themselves set science-based targets. Those companies, therefore, will be talking to you. If they're not talking to you now, they will be shortly about what are you doing to decarbonize your operations? How are you looking at the solvents, the energy use, the emissions from within your operations first? And so that joint action through a large number of brands is really driving that demand signal for change. The demand signal that means that increasingly these companies will choose to place business with companies who've done likewise, with companies who've also set science-based targets.